Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Christian. I hope you guys are having a good day, a good evening, a good moment wherever you are, whenever you are seeing this video. Today we're going to be talking about, I guess just my thought process about my birthday, how my birthday went, what my birthday showed me, how I feel now. So let's just get into it. And I guess we can kind of talk a little bit about some Saturn return stuff. Now, I made 28 on August 10th. So that was, depending on when you're watching this, that was last Thursday. So it's been a week basically since I had my birthday. I didn't post anything on my birthday. It wasn't until the day after that I started posting my pictures from my, dinners and stuff like that. But I didn't do any announcement of my birthday. And I decided last year for my birthday that I wasn't going to really celebrate anymore or call any attention to my birthday. So last year was a really, really rough year for me for a plethora of reasons. Last year, not even just specifically talking about 2022, the last 12 months have really been a test of my faith, a test of my commitment, a test of my discipline, a test of my love, of my affection, of all of the things that I have been working on. And it definitely felt like I was being kind of tested on everything at once. All of the things that I had learned really in the last 5 years, I felt like I was tested on these things. And your Saturn return typically happens between the time you make 27 and 29. This basically is when Saturn is in the position that it was in when you were born. That's how long it takes Saturn to, revolve around the sun. So I definitely feel, the last 12 months have for sure been a Saturn return moment for me. I could definitely still be in it. I feel like I'm still in it a little bit. I feel like certain things have changed, certain things are still the same, but I am very, 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 very different. Even my mental health, the state of my mental health is so different. I feel so differently about life. A lot of things that I needed to see to give me the strength to move forward for the rest of my life happened last year. So needless to say, it was a really, 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 really big year for me. But I can look back now and say that it was so big and so transformative. And I knew it was big and transformative when I was in it. But when I was in it, I was very sad. I was very depressed. I was very anxious. I wasn't feeling like myself. I stopped making content towards the end of it on YouTube. I wasn't really making content that often. I just felt like I really needed to revisit what I needed, what I wanted, and really kind of take time to understand what I was learning about life. It definitely felt like another awakening for me, me rediscovering my purpose, me just rediscovering why I'm here, how I can make the most of my time here. It was a really, really big moment for me. And me deciding not to celebrate my birthday was based in my birthday always being a very, very big deal. I'm a Leo, my dad's a Leo, so I just have always had big, big throwdowns for my birthday. My birthday has always been a big celebration. Everything in my family growing up was a celebration. When I got baptized, we had a big party. Every birthday, we had a big party. If I won something or whatever, we just always had a celebration at our house. We used to have family over, friends over. Some of my best memories were literally like the gatherings that I used to have in my childhood home. So my birthday has always been a beautiful, beautiful space for me. I've always done it up for my birthday, even, all through high school and my college years. I would have parties everywhere and dinners everywhere and do it so big, have all kind of dresses and wigs and changes and everything. And it would be a lot of fun. And it's crazy because I just made 28, and 7 years ago on my 21st birthday, I had a traumatic, very, very traumatic birthday. And I feel this 7-year cycle, being that I'm 28, I was born on a Thursday. When I was born, it was on a Thursday, and this was my Thursday birthday. So every 7 I feel is really, really significant. And after last year celebrating, most of the people, if not all of the people that were in my life last year for my birthday, my relationship with them is drastically different. Some of those people I've grown very, 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 very close to. Some of those people I've had to start over from ground zero. Some of those people I've completely, removed them from my life. But I lost a lot of really, really, deep friendships last year. And a lot of my deep friendships went through it last year as well. So it was a test across the board. And because, I lost some of these friendships over very petty stuff, very stupid stuff, it just made me feel like I did not want to celebrate with people that weren't going to be there for the long haul. And the space that I was in, the headspace that I was in last year, I rather just not celebrate at all, because I just felt like I went out of my way so many times before. And we always go out of our way for our birthdays. I don't know how y'all are, but for Leos, we go out the way. You know, I remember one birthday, I got everybody makeup done and got bottles for everybody and had a hotel room. I've always spent a lot of money and done it big for my birthday. But I'm not always feeling good about that. You know, I remember one birthday where I felt really good. It was my 25th birthday. I just moved back to Dallas. So I was in my new place with my cats, and I just had a birthday in bed. You know, I didn't do anything, but I felt so grateful and so appreciative of the space that I was in. So I've always done a lot for my birthday. And last year, you know, celebrating and bringing so many people into my home and into my life in a very intimate space of my life, and seeing all of these relationships be dismantled and really seeing people for their true colors, it really gave me the ick, and it made me not really want to, you know, share the most beautiful moments of my life with those people. You know, I'm already married, but I want to have, you know, a celebration. I didn't have a wedding when I got married. So of course I want to have a wedding in the future. And, you know, I wanted these women to be in my wedding. You know, I thought these were sisters of mine. So it's a big, big deal for me to share intimate moments with people, because I really don't typically do that. So when I do and it doesn't work out, it really feels like a betrayal, you know, and I regret it so deeply, because now I have this moment that was supposed to be beautiful, but it's tarnished because of all of this BS that was floating around, you know. So I just really didn't want to celebrate. And I also felt like I typically am so down a lot of the time, like just when I know my birthday is coming up, I might say, oh, I don't want to do that hair because I want to wait for my birthday to do that hair. Oh, I don't want to wear that outfit because I want to wait for my birthday to do something like that. Or, oh, I don't want to go out of town because I need to go out of town to do something for my birthday. Like, I was in a space where I definitely saw myself putting my life on pause, waiting for a big birthday celebration. And for me to go through everything I went through last year, it just made me feel like, you know, birthdays really aren't worth celebrating once a year. And I still don't think that they're worth celebrating once a year. I really think that we should celebrate life more as a whole. And as I was getting closer and closer to my birthday, I started feeling better and better about not celebrating it. I started feeling better and better because I didn't even realize it was coming up. Like, it was weeks away, days away. And I wasn't stressing about anything. I was comfortable. I wasn't pressed for, you know, pennies trying to pay for everything. I didn't feel like I was rushing. I randomly just decided one day, let me go get my nails done. So I had my little nails on that I have now. And I believe maybe the day before my birthday, I had like some extra hair from like an old style I did. So I was like, let me see if I can do something with my hair. So I did a little bob, you know. So everything fell into place. I didn't have to do weeks and weeks and weeks and months of planning. And this entire year, I've been outside. You know, I've been having a blast, going out with my friends, having dinner, putting myself out there, even if I was uncomfortable, even if I had a miserable 6 days in a week. If somebody asked me to go out, I was saying yes. I was putting myself out there. I was meeting new people. I was challenging myself to just have fun and just enjoy more of life. Yes, this was a really, really shitty moment for me and a really shitty time for me, but I challenged myself to find moments of joy in spite of that. And I think it did make me feel better about life as a whole, you know, and just always turning up, always having a good time, always being on the scene, always being in a vibe, versus kind of holding back on your celebration for a particular day or moment. And also I had I had 2 different conversations with people just throughout the years I was talking about my birthday. I would always say, oh, I don't want to celebrate. I'm not celebrating. I'm not doing anything. I would have one set of people in my life who would be like, okay, but I'm going to take you to dinner, or I'm going to come by and drop off flowers, or I'm going to send you to the spa. And I would be like, okay, if you want to do something, that's fine, but I'm not planning anything. I don't want to do anything. Everybody, you know, well, not everybody, but some people were, oh, I want to do this for you. I want to do this for you. And then I had the other half of people who were like, well, why don't you just go to dinner? Or, well, why don't you do this? Or why don't you take yourself out of town? Or why don't you do this? Or why don't you do this? So I really feel like, and I don't think this is necessarily a bad thing, but I do think that a lot of times when people say that they don't want to celebrate life, we just tell them, oh, you should just celebrate anyway. And sometimes that isn't enough. You know, everybody that was like, oh, just do something with your husband, or, oh, you should just do something. I was like, yeah, okay. I wasn't listening to that shit because I did not want to celebrate. I was saying I didn't want to celebrate. I was saying why I didn't want to celebrate. And people were still like, oh, but you should still do something. That's not enough because I already said I didn't want to celebrate. But I also had people in my life who took the initiative to make dinner reservations, let me know, hey girl, we're gonna go here. This is the attire. I'm gonna take pictures of you. Let me know what you want the vibe to be. And I didn't have to do anything. You know, my best friend back home literally sent gifts to my house every day the entire week. You know, I didn't have to plan anything. I didn't have to ask for anything. And also, the day of the 10th, I didn't post anything. You know, my family members told me happy birthday. A couple of my friends that remembered. It wasn't until this week, really, that I got the influx of the birthday messages. And that's always what you wait on for your birthday, right? You post your birthday pics, and then you wait on everybody to happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. It wasn't until the day after my birthday. So my birthday's on the 10th, August 11th. I posted my pictures and everybody was telling me happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. I even had people sending me voice memos where they were like, may God pour his blessings upon you on this day. And I was just like, people don't even know when my fucking birthday is. And I don't care if people know when my birthday is, because of course people don't know, because I wasn't talking about it. But it just let me realize that there doesn't need to be pressure. It doesn't need to be a big deal. It's a big of a deal as I make it. If I say, today's my birthday, guys, on September 15th, people are going to tell me happy birthday on September 15th. Even if you post a picture with balloons in April, people will be like, happy birthday, girl, just because you have balloons, whether they know it's your birthday or not. And a lot of times, especially Leos, we throw on this huge birthday extravaganza, you know, because we want the influx of love. And who doesn't want to be loved on their birthday? I want to be loved on my birthday. Who doesn't? But the fake love that I've gotten over my year, the fake love that I've gotten over the years of celebrating or, you know, wanting to celebrate with people really just put a bad taste in my mouth and made me really want to just kind of shut myself down to celebration to avoid regretting celebrating with someone that wasn't going to be in my life in the future. And for me, I guess it's because I'm kind of extreme too. I'd rather never celebrate again than celebrate again with somebody that's fucking fake, or celebrate again with somebody that's not going to be in my life in 2 months. I literally rather just not do anything. Because again, you know, I feel the moments that I have are good, but how good are the moments if I can't even think about them comfortably without being triggered? You know, like, we are human, so whenever we think about stuff, especially breakups, like how many people have had a breakup on their birthday, you know, or, you know, a breakup on Valentine's Day, or you and your best friend got in a big fight on this vacation and now you can't even go to this place anymore because it gives you bad vibes. Like, whenever you have a falling out with someone that you're close to, or just whenever life is in shambles, that moment is kind of just a period of trauma for you. And I think a lot of people have birthday trauma, holiday trauma. People always talk about how hard it is for people on their holidays. It's hard for motherfuckers on their birthdays. And I know you know, like I said, I've fallen out with some friends, but I've lost a lot of family members. You know, I cry about family members that have passed 10 and 15 years ago, like they just passed yesterday, all the time. So I think that just kind of accepting that it's okay to, you know, allow myself to be celebrated. And that's always what I said from jump, because I had some friends that were very adamant. They were like, girl, we're not going to let your day pass without nothing, please. So I said, okay, if you guys want to celebrate me, fine. But, you know, it's not a big deal. I'm really not pressed. And everybody doesn't want to celebrate you. Some people want to wait on you to celebrate yourself, and then they'll piggyback off of it because you start the chain. But can you really have people in your life that celebrate you when you don't celebrate you? You know, the first B-Day gift I got, it was 2 days before my birthday. My best friend sent me balloons and flowers. And I literally opened the door and I literally burst into fucking tears because I wasn't even acknowledging my birthday. And I was so cool with not acknowledging it. It almost kind of made me just kind of like shame myself a little bit. Like, girl, why would you think that this moment isn't worth celebrating? Because I have fought through fucking hell and brimstone to get to this point. You know, my 27th year was a very, 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 very hard year on this earth. And I'm sure I have harder years than that, you know, moving forward. I haven't even really seen anything or hit anything yet. So I know that times are going to get harder than what they've gotten the last year. I'm going to lose more people and I'm going to have my feelings hurt again and things are going to happen. But I don't think you should ever skip the opportunity to be celebrated by the people you love. I do think that you should be mindful of the people that wait for you to celebrate yourself for them to jump on board. And not to say that that's a bad thing, you know, that's totally fine. But it's also good to have people that can celebrate you when you can't celebrate yourself, because that's what I need, you know. this has been a moment for me to, I've been back in the gym. I've been running, I've been taking care of myself. I've been doing all of the things that I've always wanted to do for my energy, for my brain, for my spirit, that are so hard for me to do when I'm sad, when I'm triggered, when I'm feeling anxious, when I'm feeling like shit is meaningless. So me having this momentum, and then having the momentum that I'm already pouring into myself piggybacked by everybody else, just really, really made things so different. And I also think that we should never underestimate the power that we have, in people's lives. My friends that poured into me for my birthday really, 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 really changed how I view life. Truly, it changed how I view life entirely. And I think I can be rather grim and rather cold and dark about certain things. It could be my Aquarius moon that makes me feel like, what? How about I never celebrate my birthday again, and literally I did not give a fuck. I wasn't going to miss the birthday. I wasn't going to miss anything. I was like, fuck it, I'm not doing it. I'm glad, of course, that the people that showed up for me did show up for me, but I was really ready to bypass all of that love and all of that joy, off of, pain, and probably my pride and my ego as well, wanting to protect me from being in a space where I might possibly regret something. Now, let's be real. I've pretty much cleaned house again. So the people in my life, I know I can trust them. I think that no matter how solid your foundation is, whenever you recognize cracks in your foundation that maybe you didn't see coming, you always kind of just feel it takes a second for you to feel comfortable again, because there were cracks that you didn't even recognize. Even though there aren't any other cracks, you're still always kind of looking for a crack after you find a few that you weren't expecting, So I feel this is me kind of settling into my new foundation and really getting comfortable in it, versus feeling like I can't get too comfortable, I can't allow too much, I can't do too much of this or too much of this. I have to keep it on a certain level to keep myself safe. I know that I don't have to do that. And I also know that if I were to go through a similar experience again, like if I lose people or whatever, I know that I'm going to be fine. But I definitely 110% think it is so worth it to see people show up for you how they truly want to show up for you, without a guidebook. I'm the girl where I tell my friends, be at the restaurant, have this color on, wear this, do this, do this, do this. So for me to not do any of that, and for me to just be like, yeah, I'm just really not in the mood, and to have everyone kind of show up with, I probably went on 5, birthday dinners. Everybody took me out, everybody brought me gifts, everybody came and showered me in love. And like I said, I really, 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 really wasn't planning any of it. And of course, I had dropped my expectation to 0 because of everything that I had experienced. And I think that's just kind of like a defense mechanism. I don't think it's the healthiest, but I am glad that I was at least able to be open to allowing people to show up for me, even if I wasn't really sure that they would or that they could, or if I would be receptive to it, or maybe I just wasn't sure what it would mean to me. But it's definitely changed how I, feel about a lot of things. And like I said, everybody isn't going to wait to celebrate you. Everyone isn't waiting for a cue. Some people know what you need. But I do think it's important for me to recognize that with this work I do, I have to allow the people in my life to pour into me. It's quite literally a non-negotiable. And when they are going to pour into me with such magic and such love, I can't not accept that. And I have to remember that. And I definitely think this was the best birthday that I've had in my adult life, for sure. And I feel like it's the one that I least expected. It's the one that I was overlooking. I literally had to look on a calendar the day before and subtract. I was like, am I really going to be 28? I literally felt like I was going to be 29 or something. The last 12 months did not feel like 12 months. It's crazy that only 12 months has passed. I literally remember how sad I was, around my birthday last year. Literally. But I do feel really, really good. And I feel like the birthday did what it was supposed to do. And I don't know, guys. I think I'll probably always just have a bit of imposter syndrome, because I've been in such extremes all of my life. I've been in places where I've been loved, and I've been places where people fucking hated my guts. I've either been loved or hated. So I feel like, you know, I can kind of be extreme in that, where I either want to do something and do it big, or I don't want it at all. And also, I feel that kind of gives me imposter syndrome. I either see myself as this person, or I don't see myself as that. And it can be hard for me to realize how people see me and how people love me and how people, you know, appreciate me and value me. And I think that, you know, my birthday really, really convinced me that I am loved. And I think it is a great thing to know that you are loved. I think it is just probably the best thing that you can learn in this life, with evidence to back it up that you are loved. So yeah, guys, I don't know if you guys are interested in this. I literally probably talked about it for 10 years, but I just kind of wanted to give you guys an update because my birthday has come and gone. I've had my week of celebration, and I literally just went on my last birthday dinner a couple of days ago. So I literally had like 8 days of dinners and movies and gifts and all kinds of stuff, and it's been fantastic. But I did want to let you guys know, because I remember talking on live a few times about not really celebrating, not wanting to do anything, and how I just felt differently about life. And I still feel like moving forward, if people want to celebrate me, I will allow them. And also moving forward, I'm not going to wait for someone to tell me their birthday plans. You know, if I love you and I know your birthday is coming up, I'm going to, you know, prioritize showing you love in a special, individualistic way. I think that's very, very important, to celebrate and love people individually versus just, you know, showing up for them with everybody else. So yeah, just making the time and the effort that you put into others, you know, more meaningful. But I'm so appreciative to the people in my life, and I'm very appreciative to you guys as well. And yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this message and got something out of it. And if you've had a lot of crazy stuff go on around your birthdays and different things that you've experienced, I hope that this can be an opportunity for you to, you know, kind of be open to some different possibilities. Because I was open to different possibilities. I didn't know what the fuck was going to happen, but I was open to it. And I think that matters. I appreciate you guys, of course. I love y'all. I thank you guys for being here. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys. Bless.